Hello, everybody. Anna Taranova here with Robin Moser and Associates, and my guest is my twin, Anna Taranova. I thought I'm gonna play a joke today, since we kind of talking about Calgary, big city versus small town, which I lived in both of them. I will kind of go over the points, what's so great about living in a big city, and what's so fantastic to live in a small town from both of me. And I honestly, when I was putting this dress on, I don't think I wore this dress since I took that photo. But I always feel weird when I thought of putting it on. I thought it would be weird to match my marketing materials. But here we are. We finally have an event. I can wear this dress in. And the good news, it actually feels like it fits me a lot better when I actually bought it for. So we are, hold on, what are we doing here? There you go. So we are making a cocktail called Bright Lights Big City. And obviously we're talking about Calgary versus small towns. And this cocktail seems very interesting. Looks like a lot of alcohol with not much mix. So hey, liquid lunch, right, on Wednesday. And I'm not drinking alone because I have my friend Anna here as well. So I'm just gonna switch this off. We have actually a fun show. I will be giving away the prize at the end of the show as well. So it's gonna be announcing what's the next prize. But first, we're gonna make a cocktail called Bright Lights Big City. So I'm gonna follow the instructions. It basically says you need a crushed ice for it, but I kind of missed that portion, so I just put cube ice in my in a glass. Hopefully it's gonna melt a little bit before, while I'm mixing the drinks. But we're gonna start with. Oh, I'm not doing this in order, but we'll do 2 ounces of gin, and it just says to kind of mix it together and pour it on ice, so it doesn't say shake. So I'm just gonna mix all the ingredients first. Not sure what's the difference, but I'll just go with it. Just go with it, okay? And we'll do an ounce of triple sec or any of orange liqueur. We'll do an ounce of brandy. All right, we got all that in. And then we doing, and it says an ounce of lemon juice. I like my fresh lemon juice. And then it's an ounce of lemon simple syrup. So the way I made it, there's a different ways. If you Google it, there's a different ways of making lemon simple syrup. So the one I decided to do is basically I squeeze the 1 large lemon, just to get the lemon juice. Then I put some of the fresh grind in, added just a tiny little bit of water, and I put whatever your lemon juice and water, that liquid is. So let's say it's a 1/4 cup. You want to put a 1/4 cup of sugar, and then you cook it like you want to bring it to the boil. And then basically I turned it off and let it sit and cool down naturally. And when I actually strain it, I kept the lemon rind in for freshness, and I think it would be nice to have a little texture to it. So 1 ounce of that, and 8 dashes. If you have our Tipsy Realtor books, which you can purchase on Amazon, it says 8 dashes of orange bitters, which is Robin had in her extensive collection at home. And did I add everything? I think I add everything. So this is just mix it and pour it over the crushed ice. I'm just gonna pour it over ice. All right, that's kind of like mix, not actually a big drink. And we're gonna garnish with some lemon twist. You kind of want to squeeze your lemon twist while you're twisting it. So it's kind of gets the lemon oils out of it. And we're just gonna do the little It looks very pretty. It looks like a sunshine. There you go. Look at this. So let me just take the ingredients away. And oh, it smells delicious. Let's try it. I personally thought, like, why couldn't we just like add limoncello? Because that would be like a sweet lemon liquor. It's very strong, very boozy, but I like it. I would probably prefer to have. I know some people who like that tartness and sourness. They will love it the way it is. I might like my slightly sweeter, but that definitely tons of lemon freshness. I do like the grinds, but like some people, if you don't like to get anything in your straw, actually maybe I'll just try it this way. It's definitely delicious. I think brandy offsets a little bit the gin, so it gives a little bit of a complex, because you can't really taste the gin, but you can't really taste the brandy. All you actually really taste is like nice fresh lemon. I would suggest that's a great drink either to start the dinner party, because just before you sit down, because it gets like all the taste buds open up and really get excited about the food. Or it's a great palate cleanser. So if you are between the two different dishes that were quite heavy, this is a fantastic. You can make it a little, just a little kind of a portion of it, and it will be very good for palate cleanser. But I really enjoy it. I highly recommend to try it if you kind of a lemon, like a sour tart drinker. Yeah, delicious. Maybe a little bit of vanilla. I don't know. Like, am I making this like too complicated? But it's a very good drink. I was skeptical on mixing gin and brandy and triple sec. I felt like that would not go well together, but it does, definitely. So let's chat about Calgary versus small town. I mean, I lived in Calgary for quite a few years, so let's say I kind of lost the track. So 11, like I would say 15, 17 years I lived in Calgary, and we lived in different communities of Calgary, and of course we loved all of them. And about 11 years ago now, it's actually in April, would be 11 years, as we moved to Chestermere. So, of course, Chestermere was a lot smaller town. It just actually got a city status, but it was just kind of that on a cusp of 20,000 people. Now we're pushing to 30,000 people. So it has grown so much, and if you have followed the development, it's have grown substantially. So when I'm gonna put this on the screen here, so like I don't even call them towns; they're more like satellite cities now, because they have grown so much. But like what, like when you're going outside of Calgary, your biggest but still quite small option to buy in, it's Airdrie, Chestermere, Okotoks, and Cochrane. That's, look at the map, that's where they're located. So you can see quite close to Calgary. A lot of people live there and commute. How do I switch this? And commute on daily basis for work, and they kind of like, that's what we do, right? Just because we love the lifestyle, and Cochrane, people love that it's close to the mountains and it's kind of halfway to Banff. In Airdrie, again, if you work in Red Deer or you travel north a lot, or you need, like if you're a couple and one goes to one direction and another one goes to Calgary direction, again, very doable to do it daily. It does, of course, take some time. From Chestermere, depending where I'm going, but to downtown, it's about 25 minutes. So it's not too bad at all. We drive our daughter to school in Calgary, and with like usual morning traffic, it takes 30 minutes. And like that's not like we so used to it. And of course, Okotoks, if your life is kind of close to south of Calgary, and you want to stay kind of get away and buy something a little bit bigger but a little bit less expensive, because the cities, smaller cities, do give you more for your money. So let's say you can spend exactly the same 800,000 for the detached home, like in Chestermere versus Calgary. But in Chestermere, that home will be on a bigger lot. It will be bigger in the square foot and most likely have triple garage. So you just get more for the money that you spend. I do want kind of like I did this because this is the like I highlighted. This is the small towns to me, and well, obviously Robin is not here, but I kind of highlighted all the small towns that I had privilege to work in, and I'm quite familiar with them. Both like acreages, detached homes, or commercials. So, um, you know, it's kind of cool that there is so many little towns that you may not know, and those towns obviously like a lot smaller, some of them not more than maybe 5 or 10 streets. We can go as far as in Didsbury, Carstairs, Crossfield. They're like super tiny towns, but what I did notice that they very well maintained. The streets are well manicured and so lovely. Of course, you guys know Black Creek. It's a very recreational small town. You want to go there for a lifestyle. And Millerview, Diamond Valley, Longview, High River, those another been very popular city towns in the last few years here, and the real estate has gone up there quite substantially. But still, compared to Calgary, it's an amazing value for the property. And as in Chestermere, if you go to Langdon, Strathmore, those Laeta, like those would be your even like the even more of a kind of a saving cost communities. So as you kind of see, like one thing I mentioned, smaller towns give you a low cost of living, like your housing costs more. You're gonna get a little bit more of land, possibly. Some of the houses may vary in terms of how nice they are, how old they are, maybe not as modern, but doesn't mean you cannot make them that way. And just overall, like shopping in small towns, usually, like Chestermere got away from it. We're becoming a little bit more commercialized, but because of the population growth, we kind of have to here. But the cost of living usually is very local produce, and I find even supporting like local, like the farmers and people who grow fruits and vegetables and sell them in markets are quite reasonably priced. One other thing is what I found, and I have kind of did my research as well before the show, but the sense of community is much stronger in the small towns, because practically everybody knows who you are, especially if you live there, like if you live here all your life. So I find with people who have been here, well, second generation or third generation, they all know the families really well and how long the family lived and what they do. So they find that in the smaller towns, people feel less lonely because everybody kind of checks on you. Where in a big city, you might feel sometimes like lost among very busy working people. It's believed that the crime is less and the safety is a little bit better, just because again a lot of people generally know each other, and usually they take care of each other versus committing crimes against each other. So, and again, because you are living away from, like I would say, like say commercial progress, so you have less cars, less driving, less commercial development, so your pollution is less. It's believed to be having a healthier lifestyle, so your air is cleaner, and of course you are way closer to nature, so you can, walk and really embrace the well-being. And for those who have lived in the smaller towns, like even like this, like a small city like Chestermere, we have a lake which we love so much, and it's biggest reason why we moved here. I mentioned Cochrane, how close it's to the mountains. A lot of people enjoy mountain lifestyle. Maryville, like Longview, Diamond Valley, Okotoks. That's all the people who love their horses. Like, that's where we see majority of horse stables. And of course, like tons of stuff like mountain biking and hiking and all those things. So just at the tips of your fingers or your feet, whatever. But the big city, like what is, why people still go to the big cities? I mean, a lot of people go to big city for more opportunities, right? More jobs availability, higher salaries. That's probably a number one thing why people flock to big cities, and kind of in hopes to big, brighter future for themselves. Of course, cultural and entertainment options, lots of more, theater, movies, concerts, any potential like festivals, and that can go on and on. So there is way more entertainment in the big cities. They also say social diversity and networking. So if you're a person whose business maybe depends on social diversity and networking, or you just like to get engaged and meet new people, this is definitely going to be a big benefit for you. Public transportation is another one. It's, well, as much people complain, Calgary transportation is still greatly developed compared to the smaller towns. I think we have a bus route here. I mean, obviously I drive, but I think we have a bus route that goes a couple times a day, and there is bus route that goes to Calgary taking people to work. But there is nothing else. So if you cannot walk it, you have to bike it or scooter or drive, basically. So I think in the smaller towns, you're gonna get a little bit more fit, not even trying. And so, and of course, like the access to, what would you call them, like advanced services, like hospitals, maybe a better doctors, surgical, like if you need to do a surgery, if you kind of ill, like there's definitely a few hospitals you can select from, and a few professionals who are in the smaller towns. You probably have a doctor practitioner of some sort, again, depending on how small your town is. So, and of course, it's more dynamic lifestyle, so you can do all the nature things. We have tons of parks in Calgary. We have a beautiful Glenmore Reservoir. We have North Hill Park. You can do your hiking in a city quite as easily as in the mountains. There is definitely tons of bike paths that actually connecting through North to South Calgary. So you can either do it for sport or just getting to work, and a lot of people do it. So there is a lot available. I think, if you're looking for like a cozy, like a hug lifestyle, that's your small town, right? And when you like to do things a lot yourself, like, there's no delivery service. Like, I know when Calgary already had like Uber and Skip the Dishes, like Chestermere didn't get that probably for 2 or 3 years after Calgary got it. And it's because, again, like those companies need to test out their markets to see if there is a demand in the communities that they're planning to expand to. But in the city, obviously, everything like catered at your fingertips. You can have a lot more options and job opportunity and such, but a little bit probably less quiet, more hustle, more people. Some people say more noise, more traffic, all that kind of stuff. So I would say again, it's a very depends on your lifestyle. It says my thing is like I'm lifestyle agent. So I know a lot of people say they want one thing, but when you start talking to them, you realize they really want something completely different. And it's our job as realtors to find a perfect fit for you that meets your lifestyle and, like the place to live. Like we like love living in Chestermere now. Like after 11 years, I was totally against it, but the lake totally won my heart. And driving to city, I mean, I drive for work anyway. My husband works from home. It's not a huge deal when we don't need to commute to work 9 to 5. And I always joke with my clients, it doesn't matter where I live because I will live on the opposite side of my client. So that's, if you guys have any questions about the topic or you want to discuss, if you obviously can see that we have worked in a variety of small towns. So if you would thinking of maybe moving to a smaller town and you would like to know your options, please contact us. Robin, myself, hold on, I'm gonna switch this, there you go. See, when Robin is not here, I don't know how the buttons work. I'm still it's like multitasking is really hard. But contact us, Robin, myself, and Michelle. I will help you out. We have done tons of business in Kenmore lately. That's another new market there with a booming investment opportunities. So you guys interested, we have a lot of information on that as well. But what are we doing? We're doing next week. So let me see here. So we're making a Pama old-fashioned cocktail. I don't know what that is. And we're talking about small town appeal. So we're gonna kind of go even deeper about the small town. I think, Calgary becoming so expensive in a way. A lot of people are looking at different options, but not ever being in a small town or drive in one, or work in one. You really don't know what you get yourself into. So it would be great, if you guys want to sit down and chat about it. So we have a fun part. We're giving away a prize today. So we have tons of new people who entered this month. So the way you win the prize, obviously, if you see us on Facebook Live, you like, you love, you share, you tag your friends and family, even if you just like the cocktail, not just or real estate topic, either or. But by tagging and sharing and showing some love on social media platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, oh, did it come up? There you go, and TikTok. So that's when we compile the names. I think there is one show, I'm not sure why it's popular. I think my outfit was fantastic, that show. So that's why a lot of people actually click like to show some love. So I'm taking my Wheel of Fortune. Okay, hold on here. And so again, we giving away the alcohol infusion kit. If you don't need it, it makes a fantastic gift. So let's put the sound on this baby. Turn my phone off because somebody will call you. So we are rolling. See, who is it? Oh, Gwen Newkirk. Gwen was our guest on the show, and I think she loved it so much. She went back and loved every show because her name come up several times. Well, congratulations, Gwen. I know Dave does not drink, but again, it makes a great gift for somebody who likes to infuse alcohol with fun stuff. So, hold on. Let's see. As soon as I turn my phone on, I got messages coming in. One sec here. I'll turn my sound back off. Now, what's our giveaway for month of March? And it's a cocktail and a whiskey smoker kit. So it's really cool. Let me kind of turn it around. You can see what's included in it. So you got a glass, a little cover, a smoker gun, and four different wood chips. So you got cherry, apple, oak, and pecan. That's awesome. So that's our present for the next week. And I just want to say thank you for joining me and my friend Anna for a discussion Calgary versus small town and trying this Bright Lights Big City drink, which is, by the way, is very refreshing and delicious. And next week, I think Robin is gonna be back, hopefully, and then it's gonna be just not Anna show. Thanks for watching.